Hello, beautiful kindred souls, and welcome to my crafting corner. It's Key, and I am back again with another freebie. We're using the Forest Falls freebie kit for this video. This one's going to be a small, half size, or a mini, depending on how you say it or what term you want to use. I took the full size sheets that we were working with. So as an example, this design we had in full size, and I shrunk it in half and put 2 to a page. These, I think it's 4 sheets, the 4 sheets that you see in front of you. So we have the double page spread, writing paper, the center. This one just has writing paper on the other side. And then there's also sheets with just writing paper. So writing paper with lines, and then writing paper without lines, both full sheets, okay? So that is what's available. There will be a link in the description below that has these for a limited time. So if you're seeing this sometime in the future, and if it's not available, it'll be available on my Etsy shop for a small price. With some of the other free digitals that I added as well to this little kit. This is the Forest Falls mini kit. Base kit is absolutely free when you sign up to be an email subscriber. You get that. You get the link to download those right away. And I send free digitals every single week to my email subscribers, as well as exclusive discounts to my Etsy shop. So do consider signing up if you're interested in that. Today we're going to be making a booklet, a paper pad, writing paper pad booklet. That's going to something that you can like slide inside of a horizontal belly band, something like that. So that's what we're going to be pulling together today. And I'm going to be using this. Actually, I think there are 5 sheets, and I think the 5th one has, well, I don't really remember, to be honest with you, but it's everything you see here is available through that link. Okay, I put it together a while back, so I don't remember exactly, but everything that you see here today in this like half size format is available through that link. And again, if you're seeing it sometime in the future, it might not be free anymore, but it'll be a reasonable or low cost to buy through my Etsy shop. Okay, so I'm going to be using this to be the cover basically. And then we're going to have just some writing pages in between. So in addition to the prints, which I double-sided the writing pages. So in addition to that, I double-side printed, sorry, which you don't have to, of course. I also have a couple of printer, just regular copy paper, but it's like a cream color. So this is the white copy, this is the cream. So it's just a little bit of a cream color because I didn't want stark white for this particular project. So that's what we're going to be working with. I am going to first, let's see, okay, I need my X-Acto. You can use scissors. That is perfectly fine for this project. I'm just going to use my X-Acto blade. Okay, I'm just going to line it up. Just trying to get a nice straight, straight. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to cut this in half down the middle. Oops, kind of down the middle. My crookedness made that kind of crooked, but that's okay. I'm going to trim off this border. Okay. Same with the other side. And then I am going to cut them in half this direction as well. So I just cut them out in quarters. Basically just cut them out, but yeah, I just cut these 4 pieces out. The middle one was a whole piece, so I used the top one to like cut it in half. Yeah, you saw that. Okay, cool. So you know I'm gonna whip out my handy dandy brown paper bag. I'm gonna whip that out because we're gonna use that to help us make a nice strong cover piece. So this is how they are side to side, and we are going to mount them so that they are top to top. Use my glue stick. And there are a lot of ways that you could do this. And I'll show you more things that you can do with the mini pages in future videos. So if you're interested in that, then subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. I also, before I forget, gonna be doing a giveaway for some of these forest fall projects that we pulled together. When I hit 100 subscribers, so that's like my current goal is to hit 100 subscribers, and I'll do a giveaway. And of course you have to be a subscriber in order to qualify to win one of the little projects that one of these projects that we're putting together. My thought is to give away signatures. So for example, we're working on this signature now. We've been pulling together topper pieces and doing some page decorations and painting pages and doing all sorts of stuff in these projects. So I'm gonna like finish putting this together. We're gonna do this together on camera. And then it's gonna be a part of the giveaway once it's all put together. So that's the thought right now, is to give away like signatures at a time. Of course, you'll have to be a YouTube subscriber to qualify for the giveaway. And I don't have an issue mailing things internationally, so it is open to everyone. So do consider joining me here. And I'm gonna be doing other giveaways too. It's not gonna be one. Even for this giveaway, it'll be multiple giveaways. So the first sort of goal that we're going after is 100 subscribers, and then it'll probably be like 500 and then 1,000, and then each one will give away another signature for each landmark or goal, whatever you want to call it. Words are not the thing, it's fine. I'm actually gonna crease this, not wholly because it's not dry, but I just want to see where I need to line up these other components. I'm just gonna put this paper. I really don't like getting glue stick on my cutting mat because it's so gummy. It just, All right, I'm just gonna mount these other pieces to the bag. And like I said, there's like a lot of ways that you could do this differently to get a different outcome. I always think of like 10 different things to do, and then I have to decide which one to show. And so really, this Forest Falls collection of videos is intended to sort of be focused a little bit more on like entry level, or folks who maybe are just starting out or interested in, you know, crafting journals and stuff like that. Eventually we'll explore things that are a little bit more complex as we continue growing together. So let's do, yeah, I cut this a little wonky, so it's gonna be a little weird. That's okay though. Want it nice and secured, and we're gonna ink around anyway, so any weird moments are gonna be delicately covered up, so it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna put this off to the side so it can dry. While that's drying, I'm going to cut out my other pieces. So we've got our cream paper, which we'll do last. We're gonna cut out these are double side printed. At least I double side printed mine. Again, you don't have to. I'm gonna trim, cut it in half vertically, because again, we're making a paper pad. And then trim these edges off. These, the half size, I'm just gonna call them half size because I've used the word mini for other projects, other components that I work on. So for these half size papers, they actually make really lovely little inserts or page wraps as well, other things like that. So we'll play with these a little bit more in future videos. Let me know down in the comment section if you enjoy working with these sort of smaller sized papers. I don't know why this is so off. I must have shifted in the printer. I'm just gonna cut that off. I was just gonna make that page a little shorter, which is okay. It's not the end of the world in my humble opinion. Yeah, it did print a little funky, but that's okay. All right. Oh my. Okay. It really did some weird things, huh? Double side printing. At least in my printer this time, it didn't really like that. Okay. Just want to check. Okay, that one seemed to print okay. A little wonky on this side here. All right. Let me just flip it over, make sure that it looks okay. Okay, so look okay. Now, this one, we're gonna need to chop off like 1.5 inches, something like that. 1 inch to 1.5 inches. We're gonna need to chop off. So, like 1.25 inches. 1 1/4 inches. It's probably the right way to say that. Okay. Something like this. And I keep these. You know I'm a waste not, want not kind of gal. So I keep those to do like collages and stuff like that. They work perfect for projects like that. All right, and then I'm gonna cut the remaining bit in half. I just want a guide. Of course, I could use scissors if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna do it. Which means I am risking it. You're right. I'm risking it a little bit more. All right, cool. So now this is probably mostly dry-ish, you know. And then you can decide whether or not you want this to be what is shown outside, or if you want that to be what is shown. You've got some options, and I say you can always change your mind too. I'm just gonna do a little trimming, a little bit of trimming, and then we'll ink and a little bit more trimming. Okay. Oh, did I do that weird, or did I just miss, or I don't know, doesn't matter. Not worth the brain energy for that one. I feel like the inking also, you know, like we cut that center page down the middle. When you add the inking around the edges, it makes it look like a complete set, right? Like a complete set, a complete font. Just creates that nice little framed look. Okay. Some more. It is still a little damp, but we're just gonna keep going because we're on video, but I do encourage you to allow your glue to set. Alrighty, so of course we are gonna fold all of these papers in half vertically. You can see that these are a little wonky. Excuse me, so I'm just gonna do them individually because we had to trim some off. Okay. Alrighty, cool, lovely, lovely. All right, so we're gonna disperse. This is my thought, was that this is, you know, let's just say, I don't know if I'm necessarily gonna use it in this project, but this is gonna be a horizontal milliband, right? So, you know, I think I'm gonna, for sake of conversation, it kind of won't-ish matter whether you choose this or whether you choose that matters, because you're going to sew, staple, whatever, however you want to connect the pages into the outside. It's going to, you know, you can always flip it that way. And if it's sewn in this way, you can always flip it that way. So you have a couple of options, which I think is nice, the versatility. So I'm actually gonna start with a cream page because it's gonna be, you're gonna have a decorated piece anyway, right away. And then I'm just gonna alternate. So cream page, and then I'm gonna do unlined. As you can see, these are up, like the text and stuff is upside down, but it's so small that it doesn't bother me. So it was the way that I set up the original and document. I'm just gonna put some lines in. I put them feet to feet instead of head, like top to top, for other reasons. And then, you know, it just ends up being what it is for this, which I think is fine. Okay, so this is how it's going to be set up, like that. And again, We're gonna mount it in here like that. That's a little paper pad. Oh, it's so cute. Right. It looks like you page up here. Of course, our owl is upside down, but okay. You could switch that around if you wanted to, but I wanted it to be able to be reversible. So even if, let's just say you use a stapler. Let's see if I can, I don't know if I could do, I don't have a really deep stapler, so I don't know if this is gonna function the way one would want. See, my stapler isn't gonna go all the way up like I want it to. Yeah, it won't get all the way in there. So I'm gonna actually just sew it in. But if you were to replace, if you were able to staple it and you had a deep stapler, or you can, hold on, thinking out loud. I know there's a way because there's a will. Let me see, let me just see if I can. And I am going to line this up and I am going to clip this to keep it in place. Because I'm going to try to do something that I don't know if it's going to be successful, but I'm going to give it a go. Probably should do it this direction. Trying to line this up. Hold on. Did it go all the way through? It did. And so now I can just use a tool to just pinch. Well, I should get rid of that now. Put it on something nice and flat. And so what you can do, you can obviously put more than one staple in there, but you can also pop. I did this just one because then you can just pop the staple out when you fill it up and put new paper in it, and you can switch, you can flip it over, right, and use this side then, you know. So I just wanted it to be versatile, but you can choose to do it a bit different to fit whatever need you have. Okay. Let's see here. Just trying to just put some things out the way here. Okay. So now we have our little pad, and excuse me. Let me open it up. We have our alternating pages. So you always have a graphic, like a printed graphic, and just some additional writing papers in between. So this is a nice thickness too, because it's not too crazy, but you can get a good number of papers in there. So again, this is going to be a horizontal belly band. Squint so you can see what I see. And then this is just going to loop in like that. There you go. Lovely. I love it. You can also do it this direction as well. And like I said, if you mount the pages in the other way, you can have this on the outside. I just know that I had a lot of the little owl popping up in this particular journal, so I was like, well, let me just do something different. Okay, so that's it. This is our little half size, our little flip here, a little notepad that we've made with our half size pages. Hope you enjoyed this little project. Let me know down in the comment section below if you have or you're planning to tackle this little adventure. Again, consider subscribing to my email list. You can get, once you sign up, you can get the full-size freebies, the full-size 5-page freebie set, and join me throughout this series. I also have the minis or just like the half size pages and a set of tags that are free. There's a link in the description right now. It's a limited time. So if you're seeing this video sometime in the future, there'll be a link to my Etsy shop where you can buy sort of a compiled set of these items for a lower price. Thank you so much for your time, your beautiful energy, and I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming video. Be well.